All right, big win for the University of Iowa today. They certainly took advantage of the opportunities that Iowa State gave them in this game. Iowa State was 6 turnovers. Iowa was +4 on the day. When you're +4 in turnovers, you should win by a score of 35-3. Remember last year, I think Iowa had 5 turnovers to just 2 versus Northwestern, and they nearly won the game on the last play of the game. That was one of the reasons why I wasn't bailing on last year's team when they were 3-3. Iowa today did what you should do when you get gifts like that. Unfortunately for Austin Arnott, it was one of the worst games of his career. He's a great, great kid, and I hate to see him play like that, but I like to see the Iowa Hawkeyes win. Rick Stanzi, listen, Iowa left a lot on the field in the first half. It was just 14-3 at halftime, and Stanzi was 12 of 24 at that point in time. He missed a lot of open receivers. Iowa probably should have had another 7-10. 14 points in the first half, if we're being honest. But again, Iowa State, they did themselves no favor. Some of their turnovers were pretty bad. Iowa forced a few of them with tip passes. Jeff Tarpinian, I believe, with 2 tip passes. Tyler Sash, 3 receptions. He was nearly Iowa State's leading receiver in this game. I loved Iowa's game plan coming out. I'll be honest, before this game, I was up in Ames talking with people, talking with Iowa State fans, and I felt Iowa State was probably going to emerge victorious. I thought Brian Balaga's absence was going to be too much for Iowa to overcome, especially not knowing exactly what we saw the week before against Northern Iowa. If I just said Northern Iowa, not Iowa State, I apologize. But anyway, kind of excited after this win, or at least getting ready to hurry up and go up and do sound off, which should be a lot of fun tonight. I did not expect to see this coming for Iowa, but I did tell people this morning, if Iowa wins this game, it's going to be because they come out and they change their offensive game plan approach, not going spread, but going with more 3 wide receiver looks. I never imagined 4, and I certainly never dreamed 5 in an empty backfield. And we saw that from Iowa in the first quarter, in the first half of this game. Iowa came out, they threw the ball a lot. 24 passing attempts in the first half. That's a pace for 48 for the game. When's the last time that's happened? The mid-1980s? I don't know. Did Drew Tate do it a couple of years ago in 2004? I thought the game plan was fantastic by Iowa on both sides. The execution offensively wasn't there at first. The great news as far as I'm concerned, and if you're a Hawkeye fan, you should be concerned or pleased with this right now, is this offense can get a lot better. The defense, I think, can also get better. Brandon Weger, what a debut. He looked a lot like he looked on his high school highlight reel tapes, to be honest with you, especially in the second half when Iowa was getting some yards on the ground, which opened up their play-action passing game even more. Keenan Davis looks great. This is the most talent Iowa's had in its passing game, I think, since the Hayden Fry days, more so than in 2002. Iowa State, would they like to have that onside kick decision back? Iowa wound up getting the ball at the ISU 41 on that one. They scored a touchdown. Iowa did get some breaks today. I think DJK pushed off on his touchdown reception. But listen, in this game, in this series, Iowa fans may tell you a lot of the breaks haven't gone their way. Today, they did. To their credit, they capitalized on it. Next week, Jillian Vandervelde's back. He's going to be in the starting lineup. He was today, but he didn't play the entire game. I thought Riley Reif looked pretty good at left tackle. Kirk Ferentz saying after the Iowa State game that they may have Balaga back next week, if not for sure, for the Penn State game, and that's obviously a really big contest right there. Dace Richardson, a much better guard than he is a right tackle. Kyle Callaway looked great at right tackle. This team is going to keep getting better, and the rest of the Big Ten didn't look so great today. So Hawk fans, keep hope alive. Hey, many of you did that better than I did this week. Shame on me. Oh, by the way, admission. Brandon Weger is not going to play safety at Iowa. I had that one wrong, and I'm glad sometimes when I get things wrong. We'll talk to you next time.